back once again on a lovely Monday evening afternoon. We are back. Rainless day, sunny day, in the middle of the rainy season. Mother Nature spares us today at this part of the world, that is of the country, that is. Who knows, it could be raining elsewhere. It could be raining in Brewerville or in Pinsville or in Monrovia, scientifically or due to the unequal heating of the Earth's surface by the sun rays. Theologically speaking, the wonders of God. Good afternoon to you. This is State of the Nation. Liberia is on the rising, having turned 176. Liberia is on the rising. Do we have to hear this one once again? Oh, yes, having turned 176. $365 square miles. Approximately 5 million people. A controversial national census results released. A nation that is about to be divided politically already. Good afternoon to you, State of the Nation. My name is Koluba Siafa. Ably supported by my co-presenter, Magdalene Finda. The both of us will take you up to 5 o'clock as usual on the Monday, a fresh edition this way. Sometimes you come to work, we are invigorated like myself. So we are here to tell you all that happened over the weekend and give some predictions that will come eventually. Already our ambassador at large, extraordinary plenipotentiary, has sent us a message, a non-violent message. Emin Hamad, good afternoon to you. 71 days to election, and say no to electoral violence and say yes to peace. Salute. Okay, yes, Shorten. Good afternoon to you, ma'am. How are you?
A very good afternoon to you.
Yes, how are you?
I'm fine. It's good to be back.
Yes, it's good to be back. What? Why do you look warm? Look warm. What's happening to you?
Warm?
Look warm.
Oh, look warm?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Your
No.
reception is poor.
No,
I've greeted you.
Wow.
Yes, it's poor. This is not you that I saw just a moment ago while we were preparing to come on.
Anyway, you're just trying to somersault because I was even complaining about your, facial expression.
For you, I don't, this is the problem I have with you. If anyone cannot understand my facial expression, it can't be you. You already know me.
No,
there's huge scarcity of smiles on my face. But that does not judge me as somebody who is, yes.
I know. So I
why would say that? Every day I'll tell you they want it.
And it was beyond your normal way of appearing. Yeah. So I was very concerned.
You know what brought me down? Like the way, but not how you describe it. When you celebrate 176 years, the next thing you should be trying to hear, you should be hearing about progress made by your country, not retrogression.
Oh, okay.
I was just reading.
So that's why I got you off balance.
Yes, I was just reading through the WFP external support report on Liberia 2023. Yeah, Liberia is listed out of 33 countries. Liberia is listed as one of the highest, meaning in need of urgent food supply.
Yeah.
In this country. Food. I'll read the whole story. I'll send it to you, right?
Yeah.
You need to look at it.
Yeah.
The first, let me just tell you some of the things that broke me down earlier this morning.
Please tell me. I'm very concerned.
The national average price of local rice has increased by 4%. From $3,050 to March 2023, and in fact, as we speak now, it is $3,400. The country level average price of imported rice has slightly increased from that of last month, from 3,050 by 25 kg to 3,100. The price of palm oil made in Liberia, $840 per gallon, has a 5% decrease than the price recorded in March. The national average price for cassava, the only one that remains stable, remain relatively stable with a slight decrease of 0.9% to Liberian $1,090 per bag. In April 2023, the national average price of 25 kg rice bag filled with charcoal was $345, an increase of 7% from the March. Now, me, as a farmer, I'm selling a bag of coal. By the time I bring it to Monrovia, it's equivalent to $5. Because I have to pay $250 on each bag to transport it to Monrovia. The national average price for gasoline was $8.70 per gallon, which represents a slightly increase of 1.2% compared to March 2023, when the average price of gasoline was LD $8.60. Imagine, 176 years old. We all gather at the heritage site on Ashmont, between Ashmont and Broad Street, listen to speeches, wore all of our wonderful dresses in front of our strangers who came to celebrate with us. By the time they left, nothing is left of us. Nothing. How you want me to come to work and then jubilate?
Is that all?
Yes, except you have another one.
Is that all?
Except you have another one and you want.
No,
I can't be pushing out this. Is
that all?
Yes.
No, don't say so, please. Don't play. No, don't play no song.
I gotta.
You have the name of. You.
I want to respect Orange.
Oh, so you draw Orange now the present.
Yeah, stop.
I mean, you can't leave what the problem on Liberia like that.
No, but Liberia is it's the country where we live. It's a problem on Liberia. Yes. So what's up? How was the weekend?
It was good.
Yes.
It was wonderful until I went at the Lutheran Church on Sunday, where they commemorated 33rd anniversary. It's an anniversary memorial service.
Yeah, memorial service.
Yes, and I was.
Maybe we should call it a memorial service.
Yeah, memorial service. Yeah.
So you need to change those dictions in the new script.
Okay.
It's an anniversary anyway. Anniversary can be both bad and good, but for the respect of the victims and the survivor, we would love to say memorial service.
So before I even got to the church, I was like reading and just following up on activities. And the car almost passed, by the church where I should have stopped. Yeah. So I attended the program, and I mean, listening to testimonials. I got off balance. I had to go to the bathroom. I spent some time. I came back, and my stomach.
You went to cry your guts out?
And my stomach was aching. Yeah. And I mean, it is so sad. I don't like to remember, and some of those testimonials I listened to, especially the lady that, one of the victims
And she
who,
kept crying on
yeah, she
the
cried.
recording. She said she does not like to go
Go there.
to
It
that
has a
place.
serious flashback.
Yes.
And yeah, we were there to cover up. But I can say for sure that I mean justice should be served.
Okay, so we'll come more of that about just after acknowledging our sponsors.
Mm-hmm.
Orange, my way, my pack.
But wait.
Sorry.
But you tell us how you spend your weekend.
Oh, sorry. I spent the weekend. When I sign off on Monday or Tuesday, I promised that I wouldn't have come until Monday. So what I did, I spent my 26th independence on my farm, and I had a wonderful time.
Mm.
And then came back to town. I had to make another turn. Went back on the farm on Saturday. Slept over on the farm. I came late last evening, but it was wonderful.
You drove all night?
No, I didn't drive on the independence orator. By the time he addressed the media as Chiche Pole, I shut down my.
No, but that's not his first time.
But this is a national occasion.
Yeah, he does that every time.
Yeah, so
even the time when the president donated those vehicles to,
those were a political gathering. But
yeah,
this one,
that's why he does. Every time I in a program, if Chief Zazakawa is there, he refers to the media as Chiche Pole, but to have carried it in front of international
guests. So I took it to be I shut the radio down on grounds that this is not a serious national occasion. I thought this man would have been orientated how to address the platform guests and those, especially the fourth estate. It's very easy to say media or members of the press. Then the worst of all, the interpreter, my good friend Hilary Mento, did extremely poor work to interpret. And this is what happened when you politicize.
You were exaggerating?
Yes.
But it's like you understand Bassa very well.
No, but if the man tells you this keyboard is red, so tell us the man said the keyboard is red. But don't say the man said the keyboard is red, very red. And in fact, when you see it, it can make your arm that is you can't do that to a national occasion. That was not a political party gathering. It was not it was the gathering of independence celebration. And sorry to say, with no offense to the orator, I shut down the radio because I knew I was so ashamed. You know, in Chiche Pole, in our Palance, Labyrinth Palance, it means those who carry gossip. The media does not carry gossip. The media reports as they don't fall, right? So the protocol there should have had some orientation class, or this is how you refer to people. These are the people listed and stuff like that. Not to go at the national occasion. If I inside, just very close to where independence, the Declaration of Independence was signed, then you refer to one group of people who chose to be one group of people. You know,
but I can achieve. I can say this. The media have been listening to this Chief Zazakawa calling the media Chiche Pole, and they have said nothing about it.
Yeah,
maybe if they have said nothing to, if they have said something, not to my knowledge, but they have not. If they were going to be raising concern, but it has always been like fun. Whenever he said it, every time people would just laugh.
Yeah.
But when we were going to be taking up stand and say, oh, but you should not refer to us as that, what we actually report, maybe you can refer to others as, Chiche Pole. But for us, some of us in the media report accurate, balanced, credible. So Chiche Pole will just be taking, some false information from one place.
And we see some of the platform guests, including some cabinet ministers, were were laughing.
No, but I mean, every time I have attended a program, and he said it, the president, from the president down to they were all, even myself, laughed. I will not say I laughed, but I have said nothing about it. So maybe if me, including me, if we were going to say something about it and tell him not to refer to us in that manner, he couldn't have carried it to the bigger stage,
you know,
and on a national.
Exactly. And you know, this media has helped in changing the minds of the ordinary or the elite or whatsoever class you find yourself. Before them, when you refer to anyone as traditional leader, people had a preconceived that this person is a medicine man, right?
Yeah.
So this media has helped in disabusing the minds of Liberians to know that when you say tradition, it is not an issue to be a traditional leader. You play a more wiser role. You have to go in the hallway. Somebody is shouting above them. You play a more wiser role in adjudicating cases where there are no police officers or no. I mean, where there's confusion. But every time, as I said, I'm sorry to say, I had to shut down and then go ahead to do what I wanted to do. Me and my people, we have fun with this recording. I think I need to play some of the recording. While you're having your Chiche Police discussion, we were having a nice time trying to produce or eat what we produce. And of course, all of us play our respective role in celebrating 176. That was our part that we played. But again, the video that I saw, some cabinet, I don't want to be naming them because if I name them, I'll go gutter with them. Some cabinet ministers sitting there and laughing. This man is misrepresenting what the media stands for, right? But anyway, let's hear from Orange Liberia.
We don't worry about things that cannot connection at all. There's a package for me. There's a package for you. There's a package for everyone. So that I can reach out my West Mongolia and enjoy with confidence.
To activate, dial *888# or subscribe via My Orange app. $1 gives you 50 minutes on net calls and 5 minutes off net calls, or the same dollar gives you 500 megabytes of data, valid 24 hours. Enjoy using the best mobile network, certified by Ookla second time in a row. Visit our website, www.orange.com.lr, or call 111 for more information. Brings you closer to what matters. Orange.
Use 20% off all phone prices. Techno, I don't use my phone. Hopefully, I get my brand new something.
We have the best deals, offers, and promos. Purchase from any of our stores and POS around the country and enjoy the best mobile coverage. Certified by Ookla, second time in a row. Brings you closer to what matters. Orange.
Trust me. But please walk me up really near the shop. Shower to the junction there. Yeah, but I'm going to recharge for the weekend. I enjoy your orange. By the way, people get one gig for $2 for 7 days.
Starting at $2, you can create your own 4G LTE data pack with the #1 mobile network operator in Liberia. Dial *352# or subscribe via the My Orange app. Enjoy using the fastest mobile network. Certified by Ookla second time in a row. Brings you closer to what matters. Orange.
Made with ginger, coconut water, natural juice flavor, vitamins and minerals is Muncie Power Drink. Muncie Power Drink helps reduce high blood pressure, get rid of toxins, help improve children and adult memory. It also helps the body fight effects of excess sugar. Muncie Power Drink has no added sugar, no artificial flavors, and all natural ingredients. It's a healthy drink for just everybody. It has 4 natural juice flavors: pineapple, mango, strawberry, and turmeric. For wholesale or retail purchase, visit major supermarkets across Monrovia and its environs. If you are outside Monrovia, you can do your purchase at Kakata Supermarket and Ataro Business Center in Ganta. You can also visit our store on the Old Road, right next to the American School. For more information, call us on 0770 307 572 or 0776 580 730. Monthly power drink, not just your regular energy drink.
Trust me. But please walk me. I'm going near Chalo Shop. Chalo Shop to the junction there. Yeah, but I'm going to recharge for the weekend home. I enjoy orange right away. The people get 1 gigabyte for $2 for 7 days.
Starting at $2, you can create your own 4G LTE data pack with the #1 mobile network operator in Liberia. Dial *352# or subscribe via the My Orange app. Enjoy using the fastest mobile network, certified by Ookla, second time in a row.
Brings you closer to what matters.
Orange.
Dude. 20% off all food prices. I got yo. Techno and I you see my fire off for yo. Getting my friend, you saw this.
We have the best deals, offers, and promos. Purchase from any of our stores and POS around the country and enjoy the mobile coverage certified by Ookla, second time in a row.
Brings you closer to what matters.
Orange.
Made with ginger, coconut water, natural juice flavor, vitamins and minerals is Muncie Power Drink. Muncie Power Drink helps reduce high blood pressure, get rid of toxins, help improve children and adult memory. It also helps the body fight effects of excess sugar. Muncie Power Drink has no added sugar, no artificial flavors, and all natural ingredients. It is a perfect drink for everybody. It has 4 natural juice flavors: pineapple, mango, strawberry, and turmeric. For wholesale or retail purchase, visit major supermarkets across Monrovia and its environs. If you are outside Monrovia, you can do your purchase at Kakata Supermarket and Ataro Business Center in Ganta. You can also visit our store on the Old Road, right next to the American School. For more information, call us on 0770 307 572 or 0776 580 730. Monthly power drink, not just your regular energy drink.
Internet. Okay, let's take this one from Lucky Doobie.
Build up every reputation, but it takes one stupid fool to destroy everything. The world knows.
Surely we go to Saclay in Nimba County, where Cypriot College is standing by. We're going to be drilling ourselves in district number 7, 8, number 8.
7.
7.
7.
7.
7.
I don't believe they will say, look at it, man. I mean, I even know the
Look at
district.
Chris.
No, for long, have you been to Saclay? I need to plan a trip.
Yeah. My son is
Yes. No, you play your trip to go where you can out. Borrow you. What? Everything I'll do, you want to do so. Eh?
No, but I'm 7 Nation taking a trip.
Well, yeah, so we can produce State of the Nation. In fact, the CEO has instructed and has provided a double cabin, brand new pickup for that. Thank you so much, Mr. Musa Hassan Benedict. Long time no see. Where have you been?
Keep the world Upon your lips, child. About your religion.
So let me acknowledge some of our online viewers. Mohammed Rogers, Liberia's #1 tailor. When I use soy in my coat of many colors. Irek Gone, Ahmad Kimba, Roland Jala. Amos Babu, Augustine B. Small, Chris Kelju. Good afternoon to each and every one of you. At 4 o'clock this afternoon, Larry Nyonkwe, a lead campaigner for World Crime Court. The world knows a nation as a nation of drug lords, as a nation of crooks. No, I'm not talking about Liberia. I'm just singing after the song. Good afternoon to you. The mother of the platform and the father of the platform. How did you people spend your 26? I forgot to ask you, what did you cook that day?
No, I ate my leftover.
But you promised to cook tobagi that day.
No, I didn't cook it, but I didn't cook it today.
The tobagi, the one you cook on 26?
No, I cooked it one this morning.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just got reminded, sorry. Okay, so yes, while I was away, I was working, though I was not coming to the studio, and I was among several select group of Liberian journalists to interact with the ECOWAS fact-finding mission to Liberia, as whether to assessing Liberia's readiness for election. There was a dialogue at ECOWAS radio, and we had a wonderful time there on Friday. And some members of the delegation, including, I'm sure they left already. They left on the 29th. Former Nigerian, the former chairman of the Nigerian Independent National Commission, INEC, a professor. Sorry, I'll get a name quickly. The chairman of the Nigerian Election Commission. I'm sure he was aware.
So those names are very. I don't know why he.
No, I got it in the phone, but the phone is misbehaving. Okay. Interestingly, he was aware when the military coup took over in his country, the Nigerian chairman of the Election Commission. They are all coming to see whether, and they were asking Liberian journalists, what do you have to say about the process? And I was the first to speak. And this was my confession or my complaint to the Commission for Funding Commission. I personally have found it very difficult to gather information from the NEC. 2017, the NEC had a press briefing. It was a pin or a fixed date. Whether you were called or not, just get ready, go, they'll give you briefing in the press conference. Not this one. I called an election spokesperson. Somebody called and said there is some discrepancies taking place at this voter registration, and I called, and the young man tells me that he's driving, and when he gets off the road, meanwhile, this Liberian was being denied from registry. And I just wanted to know whether the man who was denying this man from registry was doing the right thing. So this guy didn't get back to me. With all due respect, man, he didn't get back to me. And by the time I raised that, several other journalists raised their hand over and buttressed me that there has been huge information deficit coming from the NEC on the process. So put it back to what do you want NEC to do? What were you asking them? What are you asking them? What do you want them to bring back? Well, for example, sorry, somebody just distracted. For example, yeah, on the day like 2017, reporters will gather, the NEC will brief, and then they will queue in and ask questions, right? That was happening. So we pleaded with the fact-finding mission to they were leaving to go meet NEC just after us. In fact, they have run into next time on the schedule. Even we ourselves, they had us for over an hour waiting. So the mission was very pleased. So we, luckily for us, we are leaving from here to go to NEC. Some people were talking about, some journalists said NEC's inability to prosecute or to punish violators of election regulations, rules and regulations. For example, far ahead of campaign, Representative Abu Kamara is far ahead of campaigning. You know, you remember that thank you stuff? He printed banners and from Jamaica Road intersection all the way throughout his district. He had every level engaged. August 4th, for God's sake, is the we make Vanny Dix made several references to some and electoral violation. The president of the Publisher Association, Gabla, Othello Gabla, made references, and we all came to the point to the media is the one that has a piece in his hands. The one the old man calling Chikipuli.
Yeah.
Is the one that has a piece in its hands as we move in this process. And we committed ourselves. We said unless otherwise, the media can never allow or join politicians to bring confusion in this country. I went on to say, for example, information gathering. Why has the NEC or whosoever published the Farmington River Declaration? Every reference we made to the declaration, either somebody leaked it to us. And you know what ECOWAS representative told us? Yeah, the ECOWAS representative, Madame Josephine Nkrumah, she said the reason why they didn't publish it because they were waiting for independent candidates to sign off. They had to be accredited before they can sign off. Besides that, they were waiting for other parties to come. And my counter argument, why didn't you announce that unless these things are done, this document is embargo? We will not publish it now until this. We all sat on our radio and cried out loud that these people didn't publish it. How did we even get to know that the president was in violation of count 6 when he has just signed and going and attacking somebody in the hall? Somebody had to leak it out to us. That's why I was telling the mission. Now we got to know that it is printed at NEC, and very soon NEC will be distributing or publishing on their website or whatsoever. This is nearly 5 months. The instrument that will guide these politicians is still not published. And the woman, the ambassador, said some media institution, you know how they got it? We didn't want to go, we didn't want to make it a dialogue. They had a bypass trying to get it because they want to be making references, only because the authorities failed to publish it. Okay, we agree you wanted to keep it until otherwise, but why? You couldn't announce that the document is embargoed until independent candidates can be registered and certified before they can sign on to the agreement. Other parties, newly registered parties, had to sign, but we didn't know until we had to go for that dialogue. It was a healthy one, all intended to maintain the peace, and the bigger portion of peace maintenance lies with the media, and that we committed ourselves to. So if you didn't see me here on Thursday and Friday, that was what I was able representing. I was able to represent.
Yeah,
Why you dressed like what, like it's Nazi supporter? You eat khaki or something? No, Friday is nice. The khaki coat is nice.
No, but I'm not saying anything. Yeah.
So that was one
information sharing is important,
very important,
especially during these times. I mean, we should not overlook information sharing with I call it like every step along the way. Do not allow people to be, speculating. Yeah, it creates too much on, what I should say. People will just, believe what they think. Yeah, and it's important. So I hope you people were giving some assurance.
All right.
You raised concern.
Who is the former chairman of Nigeria's Independent Commission, who is now professor lecturer in political science in Kano, the University of Kano, and show us, he said, interestingly, right after meeting, we are going to NEC.
Okay.
And he was taking note. Taking note. And we share this with NEC. We synchronize it and we issue a statement. I haven't seen a statement yet. Maybe it's issued, but I've not seen it. So the assurances were made.
Okay.
Yes. So it was not just talk, then go and have refreshment and stuff like that. No.
Yeah, but you have refreshment.
I have refreshment.
Because I tried getting to you. Oh Lord, it was some.
What time was that?
Yeah, the time you were there. So the time you were there, say you were there.
What you say? Well, the refreshment just lasted for 5 minutes.
No, not true. Not true. But on a serious note, this is a national event, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's coming up, very crucial, very important. I was sharing, I had a wonderful time yesterday after Sasso ate ice cream. And I was telling someone how I in my little space, not at the national level, I served the Students Election Commission of AMU, and we were there working along with thousands of students, maybe 4,000.
Why were you eating this? Licking this ice cream? Nearby,
Can you please allow me to? So even though there is no small election, but on a serious note, we were very careful when we were very careful with our communications. We always, in my little space, what we did, I'm only saying it because it was not national, and we never had the president, we never had senator, we never had, but we had at our level, we had people representing the senior class, the junior class, and the freshmen. So for in my space, it was very important. So you're talking about communication. I just want to take you back from my little experience working along with candidates. We have wonderful communication. We always brief the students about everything working, and we work along with the student services. Yes, and we work in line with the student services of the school, and we communicated, we briefed the candidates, we told students what their role and everything you are talking about there in my little space. That what that was actually what we did. So communication is very essential. You don't allow the people to speculate and we just leave them to think whatever they think, which of course is wrong. And creating doubts in the mind of people that NEC is not giving us the information that we need. I mean, it's something, it's against our constitution. We have the right to be informed. We have the right to be informed. If you don't inform us about key happenings within your area of operations, you go against our constitutional right. So
Yes,
that
so-
was a very wonderful point you raised. I wish I was there to also back you up.
Yes, you always back it.
No, not always,
Yeah.
please. not
You
always. Not always.
Yeah, you always back it up.
Not always.
Yeah.
Not always.
Anything that comes from me is
No,
always.
not always. Please. You can be mesmerizing here. Please.
You always back it up. So shortly we'll have to go to Cyclopedia. You got a phone ready
Yeah,
now?
let me get my phone
Please, yes.
because your phone is not ready working properly.
Yes, it's not working properly. Yes. So this is State of the Nation, and I had to play this one once again. So let me take this break to be back. Let's see. Sorry about the podcast. It's really challenging. Okay, so let me go to this one for the second time.
It takes a million people to build up their reputation, but it takes one stupid fool to destroy everything. The world knows me as the most violent in the world. World knows to me that the most violent in the world. Take yourself to restore your nation. It takes you to teach the world. That is why wherever you go, keep the word.
This station rules the nation.
Teach the word. About your it's the right.
So shortly we go to Cyclopedia Nimba County. West recall it is there managing our sister radio station, Truth FM 96, Cyclopedia.
Yes, sir. Tomorrow?
It takes a million lives to get the respect you deserve. August 4, commencement of campaign activities. Maybe officially, others are already ahead, but who cares? We see it, we report it. We don't have our own army to arrest or fine. Oh my God, wonderful, wonderful, meaningful song there by Lucky Dube. As you may be aware, August 4th. This is the last week. As a matter of fact, today is the last day for July. Tomorrow is August 1. And by the time we are at Thursday, Friday, it is campaign officially commencing to decide. That means the referee would have sounded the whistle to commence the game. But currently, the players are in the dressing room. They've dressed already, but they're about to march onto the pitch. As we've always said, we will play a non-partisan role on this platform, and we will preach peace. On this platform, we preach non-election violence on this platform, but we demand other people to respect other people. If you disrespect other people, we will name and shame you and tell the voters that you don't want their vote. That is if you don't conduct yourself properly.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't if you don't conduct yourself properly, sorry, we'll have to tell the listeners that you don't deserve their vote. It's 25 minutes after 4 o'clock. Sorry, 3 o'clock, right? After 3 o'clock,
yes, sir,
as I said, 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, we play host to Nima County District 7 Representative Larry Yonkwe, the lead campaigner of a war crime court in Liberia, who is also seeking a re-election in his district. And we're going to be talking a lot about it. As a matter of fact, the House of Representatives, yet to be confirmed that they've joined. And yes, join. So they're not going to come out. It's going to be very tough. You know, it's going to be tough. Some people pass the budget. They participate in the passage of the budget that they will not see the execution of it. Maybe someone will see it. While elections going is still incumbent, they will have to be taking pay. Yes. Okay. So tell me a little bit about this lady who burst into tears when you were interviewing, trying to get where's Magdalene?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So here is it. This is the moment at the St. Peter Lutheran Church.
You want to go at the end? At the end of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere.
Yeah. Just listen to this woman. She does not like to.
No.
Huh?
You haven't pressed it yet.
Yeah, I can't. I just want to set it up. Okay, let me see.
So my sister died here with me. The body my all over on me here. I don't able to do her way. My eyes are the web and smoke and maybe to see the web on my eye. I want to here. All my children didn't get my. I don't know what to do. I lose my people. My eyes say I'm an answer. I want to yes. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Reporting for RCI News, Magdalene SAAH.
So imagine that woman. Every year, it is now 33 years. Send hooligans, send dogs in men clothing, marching into the church where civilians were taking refuge. and opened indiscriminately
60.
of over 600 persons.
No, I mean 60 men, according to
60 men. Killing 600 persons. Maybe they divided a person to 10 persons.
So when the guns fail, they use machetes and other weapons.
Yes. Those of you who have never been in the compound of St. Peter Lutheran Church on 14th Street, go there. Just before the church, there's a big star. That star is not a decoration. It is a grave. It's a mass grave. Mass grave. What do you think when somebody talks about war crime court establishment and somebody think we're stepping on the toes? Right? Irresponsible people who thought this thing would have not come to an end. 30 years, this woman still remembers that she does not even want to pass around there. She doesn't want to pass around there.
Can I come in?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yesterday I was actually shit because we were there. Some few journalists were there. So I was talking to one of our colleagues. Actually, I said people are still hurt. From this service, I think that it was my first time to attend that the memorial service of victims. People are still hurt. People are still hurt until these until justice can be served. I mean, we haven't done anything yet. People are felt it, and you see victims. You also see survivors. They have scars on them. They are going with scars and agony. Chief, on a serious note, those people, they are mentally strong. They are mentally strong. God first. Because to have gone through what they went through on the 29th of July, 1990, and up to now, they are still standing for it. No. Even reading some portion of the online reading, I passed by the area. I was a little bit confused. I had to apologize to the people in the taxi, and when I entered, my hair started to spin. I started to get some stomach ache, and went to the bathroom. Came back, laying a reef, and people are still hurt. If you think that everything is over, everything is not over yet until these people can get proper, adequate medication and justice.
So this report was compiled by our colleague of Power Stevens on behalf of New Narrative. It's on YouTube. I'm going to play it. It's about it's about going deep into what actually happened. Some people fingers are pointed at them. They've denied it, but there are other international groups that said they got sufficient evidence to prosecute those that they've accused.
So before you can play it, I'm looking over there. You are playing it. I was paying keen attention, but now I'm seeing 1,500 views.
Yeah, 1,000.
That means people did not even interested 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And when one I'm sorry to say, one stupid video comes out, everyone is watching. That means you don't even have interest, in this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say, but
yeah, people don't believe in this. But listen to this narrative by Anthony Stevens of Power TV, courtesy to Power TV. Let's see. Okay, let me see whether I can get it out through here.
Yes, we will give analysis. I promise the people I said we're going to give analysis of the speech. I promise that. I didn't tell you, but I promise.
Which speech?
The oration.
Oh?
Yeah, I promise the people.
Chief, we'll take that promise back. Yes, we take that.
I mean, we'll do analysis tomorrow. What tomorrow?
I will do it 177. Yeah, 177. What speech analysis? You listen?
No, I promise them.
You promise them?
Yes, I didn't want to do it on my one. I touched it, but I didn't go in depth.
Okay.
Yeah.
So sorry about that to our listeners. We're moving on now. We're moving
So
on.
because you're referring to as Chiche Pole?
No, not because besides I didn't listen.
Okay. Oh,
Listen,
okay. So, but
because,
you only heard the Chiche Pole.
By the time he addressed us as Chiche Pole, then I shut down.
Okay.
I slaughtered one of my pigs, right? So we're having party.
So you slaughtered that part of soup. I carried him. He didn't bring some here.
No, it is good. It is good to eat
Good
what you.
All right. That is what
The soldiers of the Special Anti-Terrorist Unit, named by its acronym SAAH.
The internet is giving tough time.
Yeah, so let's keep talking and then.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, we had a wonderful time. Don't get me wrong. I know, but listening, you yourself had a wonderful time. That's the name I'm looking for, Moses. And who knows? I want to talk to him. Moses
is he still alive in the first place?
I'm told, yeah, man, he should be alive. Wow. But the internet is giving difficulties in playing the audio. Maybe we have to download it and play it.
Yeah.
Okay, Moses Thomas. Moses Thomas.
So we're supposed to host him either tomorrow.
But he said he's not feeling well.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. We're supposed to host him tomorrow. Oh, Mark Queda.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have to do justice to your promise. We got to.
Yeah. But we will host him tomorrow, either tomorrow or Wednesday. But he's not well today.
Okay. So it is 25 minutes or up to 4. Unfortunately, we can't play this video. It is horrific. You see inside the church, though the church, in fact, I was part of the deep what's the word?
Rehabilitation?
No, consecration.
Deconsecration? Or consecration?
Consecration.
Their
action was an act of deconsecration. Their action. So the church had to consecrate.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They had to fill the game.
Like re-consecrate?
Yeah, re-consecrate or whatsoever. Because there's no human being able to do what these people did. That's why I refer to them as those who did it. I refer to dogs in human form. Because this guy who survived, who is not like on the head of the survivor, was he was 10 years old.
After a little while, instead of the use of license, the soldiers shot his older brother, his uncle, with 2 persons dead. That one was a trooper bullet. He stood careless as sky. His life was spared by blood. The TV was dead.
Yeah, those are like the Lutheran bishop said. They are. The pastor who spoke on behalf of the Lutheran bishop, he said, the bishop assistant, he said, well, guess what? These are the very people, I think I need to get it. These are the very people who are given state power and decide whether the victim will get justice or not. Ironically, yeah. Let me see whether I can get it. I can get him for this video. It can play. Let me go back to Magdalene's report. Somewhere around here. Let me see.
Justice for and survivors. At the same time, a victim of the July 29, 1990 massacre, Victoria Doe, narrated about the scars and agony she continues to live with, according to her. She lost some family members, including her husband. They came my husband, brother. They called my uncle, my sister died out, right there with me. Yeah, they put them all over on me. And I got to see how it is. After they smoke and they now one time they call my children and they are I don't know what to do. So I say for all those who are people that well my eyes when I'm down one time reporting for RCI News, Magdalene, SAAH.
Yes, sorry about that. We have to.
Yeah, my heart is beating
Yes.
times the normal. Yeah, I think I don't want. I don't know.
Please take time. We still
Yeah.
need you. I beg you. We still
No,
need
please.
you.
Yeah, man,
We
that's
still need you.
yeah.
Yeah, but the church has to do this most of the time, so we
Yeah.
can reflect, so we can all have tangible reasons why we should all go to court and exonerate those who are being lied upon and convict those who are being those who so pieces of evidence proof that they are the one. I still remember the cattle camp massacre. The cattle camp massacre was another one. No one has taken responsibility in investigation out of AFL or NPFL.
So the thing there is that sometimes we talk about development. I'm not trying to cover up for any government why they're not doing what they say. But people ran in the church for shelter for God's sake. You went there and killed them right there.
Mhm.
You went in there. That's a refuge. They have communities around where people would. This guy just came from somewhere he did. He ran in the church. When he ran in the church, he got rescued from there. And those who were running behind, they left him. I wish I could lay my hands on that video. For God's sake, people went in the church for refuge. You went there. You killed them. Guns, machetes, and other terrible weapons. Those people were crying. Those people were crying, and they were swearing. They were saying things. Go to Phoebe Hospital and shut everybody down and kill doctors, kill qualified people. At the end of the day, you just want the country to flourish like that.
So this is the guy. I just Google his name, Moses Thomas.
Yeah, Maxim Pacquiao just told me that he's alive and he's in Liberia.
Yeah, he left the U.S. and came back to Liberia. In this report, Faber Stevens, they contacted him. He angrily responded that he doesn't know anything that happened in the Lutheran church.
This executive director was 10 years old. Yeah. At my age, I remember a lot of things that happened during the war. Yeah. I remember a lot of things that happened during the war. I saw dead bodies on the street. I heard gunfire in the Phoebe Hospital when I was lying in the chest of my father in Phoebe Hospital. I saw dead bodies in the street. I saw them running behind people, playing race and everything at my age, 8 years old, 9 years old. I remember. So nobody is stupid yet.
So that time you were 9 years old.
No, please.
So why? Why? You see, sometimes good. Are you gonna come out?
Can you imagine? I was interviewing Dr. Clarence Moniba. He said he's 44 years. We are of the same age. I was there. Why? He said, You call your age. I'm not hiding my age. When I call my age, people don't want to believe me. I leave them. Yeah. So my age
from today onward, I will treat you as a young lady. 9 years that time.
No, I said.
So, that's premium times.
Yeah. Eh? Please don't change the topic. I think that opinion. Say opinion. You are not an opinion.
What is it?
No. But it's not opinion.
Okay. Moses Thomas responsible for Lutheran Church massacre? U.S. court. The United States is saying it. He's responsible. This is the guy's face. Just Google. He led the men according to the United States court. The massacre by Moses Thomas is blamed for a cascade of revenge killings that fueled 14 years of civil conflict that destroyed the country and left 250,000 people dead. It was one of the most brutal massacres of the Liberian Civil War. In April 1990, soldiers loyal to Mbatto, President Samuel Doe, shot and hacked to death 600, the men to say July, 600 men, women, children, and babies seeking refuge in the church. It will become known as the Lutheran Church Massacre and brought international attention to the conflict. The massacre is blamed for a cascade of revenge killing that fueled, as I said, for more than 3 decades. No one been held to account. The change yeah, 4 Liberian survivors, U.S. District Judge Patrice B. Tucker concluded that the plaintiff should be allowed to secure damages from Moses Thomas, 67, then, who had been living in Philadelphia since fleeing Liberia. Where are you running away from? In 2000, since fleeing in 2000. Where are you running away from? So, the pointing fingers by the survivors got sufficient, somewhat evidence that somebody is responsible. He is directly liable. Quotation. He intentionally directed an attack on a building dedicated to religion, personally directed an attack on civilians, and committed the crime against humanity of prosecution. He oversaw the events and only declared an end to the shooting when he understood the occupants of the church to have been all killed. You remember that? He only stopped his men for shooting when he got to realize that everyone now was dead. Everyone was dead.
So but you saw reading?
Yeah, justice activists, Global Justice and Research Project, and the Center for Justice and Accountability, CJA, working with U.S. law firms, Dovios and Plimpton, and Blank and Rome, who brought the suit against Thomas at the district court on behalf of the victims of the massacre, held the judgment. The judge is a key step toward the judgment is a key step towards achieving not only for our client, those who were injured or killed, but also for other survivors and victims of Liberia's civil war. Say Nushin Sankarati, senior staff attorney at CJE. The court's decision, or continue.
Mhm.
The court's decision establishes the historical record responsible for the wartime atrocities. Angry Thomas. Hey, Thomas.
A response.
Yeah. He's always responding angrily.
Okay.
Thomas, who moved back to Liberia voluntarily in 2020, angrily rejected the verdict when reached by phone. It's a stupid judgment. It's an abuse of justice. What is the evidence? It's nonsense, Thomas said. I know I was not part of the Lutheran Church massacre. I did not go. Even the bishop, the Lutheran board, everybody knows who committed that act. So for them to come to say they rendered judgment against me, finding scapegoat, it's nonsense. I don't even want to dignify that. It's stupidity. It's an abuse of justice. He went on. Asked who may have ordered the attack. Thomas said it was a stupid question. Yeah, that's how they behave. That's how they behave.
So you say it's not you. Then who? If you have idea, then you say a stupid question.
And even telling us that if you want to know who did it, let's go ask the Lutheran bishop. That time it was Dix. Bishop Dix was the bishop of the Lutheran Church. I remember him very well. So since you know the bishop didn't know, why you say can't tell us? It's a stupid question. Our team posed to him, wondering why we didn't ask the NSA, police, and military at the time to look into their files for the massacre. You see that? So the two of you who acting stupid, he's telling the journalists now why you didn't ask the NSA people to look into their files. You have law broken down, law and order broken down. Then you dead with your head. as a Jazzy can say, your bone headed. Yeah. Tell you go ask the NSA. Thomas was sued by 4 unnamed victims of the atrocities under the U.S. 1992 federal torture victim. He was found liable for the killing after his lawyer failed to respond to the claims against him by the victim. The lawyer said refuse. Prosecutions were unable to find a criminal statute with which to prosecute Thomas. See, American justice system, they didn't have any statute to prosecute him. So this man was let go. Maybe because of fear, he said, if I stay here, this case will build up. So he came back to Liberia and he's here. The time the story was written, he was 67 years old. The story is still going on. No, I think 67 years old. Let me see what date is this.
You got your picture there?
Yeah, his picture is there.
Let's see.
Okay, this is one of the victims. This is one of the victims of the looting. He has one of his legs amputated.
Yeah. Didn't have used a machete.
Yeah.
So yesterday's representative from the diplomatic mission.
Was
Joel.
So this is 2021.
Okay, 2021.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he said something that when you started to read the article and thinking America, he said America has a duty to remember what happened on the 29th of July 1990. They have a duty. So I mean, they are waiting on us. We have the ball in our court. Yes, we have the ball.
Yeah.
We have the ball in our court. We have to stand up if we want it.
What are we depending on America for now? America can find somebody's liable and say, these people are stealing from you people. Right? These people kill your people. We got the evidence. You prosecute them. But we refuse. These people stole from you. They are rich. They're contesting, but you people are carrying them shoulder high. What do you want America to do? I thought you people will be booing these people when they come to you people.
Can we take him?
Oh.
Yeah, I think we can squeeze it in.
Yeah.
You wanna take 5?
Yeah. So stop blaming America. Those who see America as refuge will always blame the criminals themselves, the murderers. But when you go and find you liable, you'll come back. That is America. We take this break as we're prepared to take our studio guests, Honorable Larry Youngquay of District 7, Nimba County, District 8, Nimba County. Let me, I always missing a number anyway.
Get the best of news, views, and entertainment on True FM 96.1. True FM 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia. Get the best of news, views, and entertainment on True FM 96.1.
Okay, so we have to take, let me see what we can play again.
And left to rot, and were later dumped in mass graves in the churches. Now, nearly 31 years on, Justice finally feels at hand, says Kwewa. Today, 4 victims represented by the US-based Center for Justice and Accountability have asked a district court in Philadelphia to find Thomas responsible for the massacre. Thomas fled the US and Liberia in 2020, but that has not deterred the victims. Without Thomas, that would not be possible. But today, victims' lawyers have presented a job with all the evidence they have gathered in the case, asking her to find Thomas responsible for the massacre because of what they call undisputed and conclusive proof that he committed torture, extrajudicial killings, war crimes, and crimes against humanity. CJA has succeeded with similar cases in the past, and they are confident this case will succeed.
Our clients are taking steps that they need to ensure that at least the commander of this attack is held civilly responsible. We believe that this evidence is strong enough to prove that Thomas was responsible for the torture, war crimes, and crimes against humanity that took place at St. Peter's Lutheran Church that night in 1990.
Nearly 2,000 pages of evidence include testimonies from witnesses, an expert report from a former U.S. ambassador. Indeed, victims' statements contain harrowing stories. One victim was clear that the attack was directed at ethnic groups believed to support the growing rebellion of Charles Taylor in the northern county of Nima. No one was spared. The soldiers said not one Nima man will leave. Before the arrival of Taylor, there will be no Giro men. I heard people begging for their lives. I saw soldiers searching everywhere for survivors and killing people, including a man wearing a Red Cross vest with cutlass, axes, and guns. Power TV reached Thomas Bafumi in Liberia last week. He angrily denied the charges and refused repeated requests to talk on the record. But in a 2018 BBC interview, he called the suit nonsense, going on to say, I don't want to give any credence to the allegations. No one in my unit had anything to do with the attack on the church. The action was filed under the Alien Tort Statute and Torture Victim Protection Act, U.S. laws which gave victims of human rights abuses committed overseas the right to sue in the U.S. It followed an 8-year investigation by CJA in the Liberian group Global Justice and Research Project. It's not a criminal case. Thomas will not face jail term. The district attorney in Philadelphia, who prosecuted criminal immigration fraud cases against Mohammed Jabate and Tom Wowoyu, could not find a U.S. crime to charge Thomas with. Like Jabate and Wowoyu, he had not applied for
So some online viewers are reacting. He should be detained until he speaks the truth. Lincoln Nicholas says that what's Gadier got wow, is this Truth FM? What are you talking about? Yes, this is Truth FM. The frequency that stands for truth. No friend, no foe. American judiciary is organized on a new element against the accused and can resurface the case. Liberia has a digital problem. Lincoln Toba once again. And Lincoln said, I was in Buchanan when that atrocity was committed. Oh, Liberia, you mean our secret service is only active when a legitimate government is in power? Well, there was a breakdown in law and order. But guess what? Those who did it, allegedly, are on the radar. Already in studio, Larry Youngcourt, Representative Nimba County. Okay, so yes, we just want to play that to remind you revolutionaries, those are push for peace. Yes, so we go strictly into with 5 minutes already. Honorable Larry Youngcourt, good afternoon to you, Chief.
Good afternoon, Principal and co-host, and all our Liberian people on our voice this afternoon.
Okay, yes, sir. Long time, man.
Very.
Since that controversial censor,
I just decided to go into oblivion because if there's anything to express frustration, I will say how frustrated I was in the entire Liberian government, and specifically the legislature, that had the opportunity to seize the occasion and make us presence felt. But I'm very happy that the censor is as if nothing has happened, because I would have felt frustrated if the reason for which they forced the census has obtained. You saw that as the voter registration revealed, some of the counties that were giving ordinary numbers, I mean numbers from the blue sky, just for the sake of it, we have applied Article 80 C, D, and E so that they can get ill-gotten seats. In addition to the one they already have that cannot be justified by population. We are thought they were forced, but luckily for me, we are going through the election without mentioning census. I'm very happy that we threw it in the dustbin, and we hope.
When you speak like that as a policy maker or a lawmaker, you tend to play on the minds of the people, and no one will say they say.
But just take a fleeting glance, just take a sample. Everybody in Liberia, including some of the higher officers, said they were never counted.
No,
but the result of every process is as good as the.
If you say manufactured numbers, that is grave.
Well, if there were any better way of saying it, I'm not saying it, at least I'm quoting from their Deputy Director General, I'm quoting from other sources. But you can see for yourself.
You can start referencing that man. He has apologized for whatever he said.
I read it very carefully. Okay. And I read the apology document very carefully. But that's not the issue. The issue here is that you can't have children without parents. So you can't have a country registering a very low number, but I mean a huge number. And then when you quote the actual number that was disaggregating this number into 18 years and above, at least to see the increment should have been a little bit commensurate with the increment in the number of population. That those countries, some of them recorded the lowest number of or the highest number of contraceptive uses in Liberia. I just returned from Rwanda as a member of the delegation of parliamentarians at that convention, 6,000 strong convention. We went as legislative delegation who were sponsored by the European Parliamentary Forum on sexual and reproductive health. And so when I speak,
is it the same forum where Ellen?
Yeah,
James,
Ellen
former
was there.
president?
Ellen Bowie was there. At Bowie, the two,
Yeah.
the two
The two Nobel laureates
laureates were there, and then we had a couple of young activists. I just met with a diplomat, a current sitting lawmaker, a youth representative in Gambia Parliament, along with one of the Liberians that I met there. Because of the discussion we had, he brought in at my office because he had wanted me to spend 2 or 3 days with him in Buchanan, but because of prior engagement, I told them I couldn't do it, but I can meet with the lawmaker on today. So we just did that. What I'm trying to say here is that well, when you have the Liberian Demographic and Health Survey stating that the Southeast did very well in terms of the percentage of contraceptive users, you can have 60%, 40%, 50% usage. And the higher your contraceptive usage, the lower your fertility. Then you record the highest number of population growth. Big countries like Lopa, Nimba, Bong recorded very low contraceptive usage.
Contraceptive,
that is
to limit is a birth control
limit birth rate. But the big countries that were shown by the Liberian Demographic Health Survey of 2020, who recorded the lowest incidence of contraceptive usage, are the ones that were supposed to be suppressed in terms of population growth. You know what I mean? And so English debunks what people were trying to say that, oh yeah, the census provided for the Southeastern countries, some of them increased by more than 100%. But that's not the point. I'm happy that census was not used for any reason that would impose number on us, one of the Gaza.
So what could possibly become the status of that
it has been
census?
in a dustbin as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. We didn't use it for census.
But Honorable, we keep giving reference to the outcome. We keep saying 5.2.
I think we have reference to, I think that the only use we will use or we make of that stuff. But even
are you confused at the 5.2 million people?
I'm not convinced. If you were
less or more,
if you were to look at the growth rate of at least, if you use, as a demographer, you have high variance, medium variance, and low variance. If you were to apply it, even using exponential formula for determining population growth rate, I don't want to go into the classroom. So you see the test land of 3.5 from 2008, you will be having a different number. So this is it. So just leave it. Let's move. People the same way I'm thinking. Other people
don't worry. We're not moving until we can clear this one out. But
there are so many things the government has not done correctly. I'm part of the government, except that I'm
the
not.
Reason why we always bring census because you are an expert. Before even you became representative,
you told me that you are not seeing me for some time. I got disappointed. I just disappeared to run after my hat trick.
Yes. What happened?
And I almost heard you in content when you say I was running. I'm a representative of District 7.
No,
your boss man is running District 7. So if I were going against you, you think you would be pleased to send me to go sit down here?
No, he doesn't have a problem with that.
So
but he has always told me, don't shut down my.
I'm standing in District 8 for the hat trick.
District 8,
District 7 is where your boss man.
So we come to that one. The census issue. You people, not necessarily you, but the legislature blew alarm. They're still waiting. They have not received the census report. Something you're referring to as a failure.
No, it did come about 3 weeks ago. And the way I did, it was dramatic. I'm sure maybe your colleague was not there. As soon as they were reading that communication that accompanied the census report, I walked out. That was the second time I walked out on major occasions. Cabinet General impeachment document. When I told the speaker, if we don't have impeachment law in Liberia as prescribed in Article 43, that the legislature should prescribe an impeachment law to be existing by itself, irrespective of whether there is an impeachment bill or there is a situation that requires a bill. And we need that. We don't have it, and you bring somebody for us to impeach, let's fight off our problem for it. And they wanted to make law by the lower house, and then so the upper house can do their own law to impeach a certain judge. I told him the NIMA delegation will walk out. He said, we will respect your view. You can walk out, but we are resolved to impeach this man. So we walk out that time. People say, oh, you go say that to argue your case. No, walking out in legislative issue is as good as voting no. Because it's number. If you needed to make this kind of major decision, and you have a 9-man delegation walking out and other statement are walking out, obviously we are voting no. The number will not be achieved. So the day what they did, and the ECOWAS come to us, yes, we were right at the end of the day, and the government was wrong. So we are just sitting down to see whether our brother can be paid the money that was, I think, this few days, in the case of the Ganda group, and went to court. I think they are no case. They are saying that they should reinforce it equally. So I think the law that will be enforced.
So you walk out on a basis that
it was fake. The biggest way of saying that, because it's anybody that has made the loudest noise about census in Liberia is me. Has written the numerous, or the most not letters about census is me. For a most awaited result to be coming on the floor. And that's what I said. When they reported the first result, they said it was preliminary. And it was 97%. So the 3% coverage that left, it didn't add even one human being. The final result take across a farm. Get what I'm saying?
So the 3%, the 7 first, the initial
that came that provided the 5.2, we were expecting a little increment. You may say, okay, absolute number is different from a percentage. You get what I'm saying? It remains the same. But besides that, we never did what we call post-enumeration survey, PES. Post-enumeration survey is a way of testing the quality of the data. Christopher SELLEE's household and his structure number and his household number. If he is caught in that sample for PES, you walk to Bureau, walk in that structure and walk in that EAs, that household. You get what I'm saying? You start with the EA, enumeration area, the household, you enter into the room or the building and say, you are the only household, it's perfect. But there are some places where two families can rent 2 rooms, for their family and things. So then 4 or 5 of those kind of things. That household, the number, that the amount of person you will see there should be the same as the one that on the census document. In the head of the household should not vary. The person that's next to him, whether that's spouse or next in kin, should not vary. The number should be the same. That's where you test the quality of the data. You need to do that before you publish. You know what I'm saying? It will never done. This is why I'm anxious and I'm happy that the census is treated the way it's been treated. You need professionals to handle that.
You think it's deliberate? You think it is deliberate?
As the time, I understand the Director General has returned, who is a professional demographer. But prior to that, it was amateurs that were handling this too. And even if they were technicians.
Who's the Director General? You mean Lawrence George?
Francis Ray, Professor Ray.
Yeah, okay. Lawrence was acting.
I understand Professor Ray has returned. I haven't visited.
So Lawrence is an amateur.
No, they are not professional demographers.
Okay.
I'm sorry to tell you this. So because of that, they were impervious to change because there were plentiful of people like us to tell them what to do. Who are done without anybody saying what we are saying. You cannot just come with a raw data and just start publishing the result. We were happy when it's a preliminary. So we thought that within that time, PES would have been done and the rest of it, and that we have other talk about reduction and things like that. But that's this issue.
So the way it's on ice now, is it deliberate or
we're waiting for the election to pass? I hope there will be change in the leadership of the executive branch. And then we have huge.
Are you speaking like ANC man now? We'll come to
man, yeah.
Yeah, this
we hope there would be
the census is professional issue. Let's handle it professionally.
So we will be proposing that this census was a lost opportunity. We didn't squander it. I don't want to overuse that public terminology. It was an opportunity that the international community was prepared to make $16 million available, and we used a little bit over $4 million, over $20 million used for fiasco, period. So I hope the next government, whether the president is re-elected or new government comes, for the sake of having reliable, disaggregated, and responsive data for development planning, and implementation, and monitoring, we can have a new census.
So before we transition, let me ask you this.
I will offer my service to give how we can do it in a cost-effective way. We have government vehicles around here. We can deploy them. Almost every director and intellectual person within the system can be just retrained and sent to go do the job. Get what I'm saying? Since at least the only thing maybe you got from the census is the geo statistics, the remapping of the country. Apparently, it was not altered. It was systematically done until the time of the inauguration. Then we had a mess. So basically, the way I said, we spend less and get the best, and then we can now be proud of our data.
So the question I asked, and you didn't answer. Let me rephrase it. The way the status that you just described of the census, you say it is good that we're not even mentioning it. I mean, it's all right. Is it deliberate or is it based on conscience, all ignorance.
You know, when
we decide not to touch
when ignorance and arrogance meet, you have disaster. And what we have in Liberia. Most of the problem we face is out of ignorance, but people are arrogant to admit, and therefore we have disaster. It's not only that. We amended the LACCI with the hope of making it strong, and we made it worse by even saying that we should fire those that appointed and the rest of it. So I'm just letting you know. These very people who try to push the thing down our throat, why they couldn't force it to the extent that they will force the legislature to use Article 80C, D, and E to have a constituency established by the legislature so they can hold all responsible and give 2, 3 seats to countries that do not even qualify to be one electoral district in some of the big countries. So the way we stop. Look at, let me tell you, recently the women law, the parity law to enhance women participation in politics.
30%.
We amended 4.5 of the current election law, right? There were a lot of consultations here. I was one of those as governance chairman. We went around and made sure that was maintained. Luckily, when the law went to the president objected to 1 or 2 other places, she maintained that portion. But when you veto it, again, the legislature was found wanting. We could not add to it. We could have just seized the occasion and get that 1 hour and say, well, tomorrow the one he rejected, we put it there, but the one that has to do with women participation, let the let's pass this law. You just take it back and send it back to the president. We accept your veto, but pass this one. That's why I said when the local government came. Governor, local commissioner, Wedolly had come to me and said, look, this is it, we wanted it to pass. I said, my colleagues on the floor, I said, that's only constitutional. You can't appoint, you can't elect superintendent, you can't elect commissioner, you can't elect, I understand what I'm saying? And so you say this will be elected to without the resources and the rest of it. It's unconstitutional, they will not pass the law. So go to your man, pass it with all those ones that are on the constitution. I will pass the government today. Superintendent will still be appointed, but working with the country council. You know what I'm saying? The president, luckily for us, threw our mother that interest out. You think if we were really serious, we will let that thing wait? The president rejected our constitution. It's very silent. Article 35 read. The president says our law passed on the death of the president for at least 20 days. 20 days. After which will be automatically. But the president said within time, he did land veto. So there is nothing said about the constitution in the constitution that when it comes back to the house, said it time it become law, man knows what the president did, or it got to be reintroduced. Nothing is left. So we need to be proactive to protect our women. We didn't do so. There are several areas where we are really reticent and presenting ourselves as very unproductive as far as the job that has given to us in this country is concerned. I'm very frustrated. So the last month I said, I'm a lame duck lawmaker. I'm not be making noise around here. Let me fight for my hat trick and come back.
You refer to yourself as lame dog, but you might not have you were not the one who created that status that you refer to yourself as lame dog.
Who created it?
You tell me if you refer to yourself.
I'm part of the whole. I'm not expressing myself. I'm just exercising my freedom of expression. My other colleagues in the other people were spanless. I mean, I don't know how best to say it. The government, nothing we can do now. Even people are putting now to do what?
All right, this is state of the nation.
Vote me, reject the man. All now we are putting people to do what?
This is State of the Nation. Larry Yonko, it is our studio guest. We're discussing a wide range of issues. First up was the census. This Jonathan P. Bar is monitoring in your district. Zone Gle Solar. You know that time? Solar is monitoring district.
We are renovating a school there now as I speak to you.
I'll tell you for the outreach.
Manager comes from there.
How many classes?
Oh, I think it's about 6 classrooms.
Okay. Elementary? Which level?
Yes.
Is it the only school?
No. It's just 5-minute drive away from Bala Township, where there's a big junior high school.
All right. So let's move on now to War Crime Court. Yesterday, on the 29th, marked 33 years of since the Lutheran Church massacre, and everyone who attended, including diplomatic missions, they all support War Crime Court. You are a lead campaigner at the legislature, but at certain time, everything just went, in your words, oblivion. No one heard nothing of it. And if though a resolution was raised, what is the status of said resolution?
Well, the last time I checked, the speaker said it got missing. So we went and did new one, and we say raise up to 51 signature. The House of Representatives has been very consistent, and my position on World Council has not changed. We need to set records. We need to disabuse the mind of the young people that the way to come to stardom is to commit atrocity. When I think about Rotary, I had just started a job in 1988. At the end of the first 12 months, then the war came. Because I came in the country November 18, I got job November 22. So November to the following November, that was 1 year. Then December came now, the 24th war entered the country. So you should know that money was still sweet in my mother. I just started, and then running away. So and I got ticket to go to the Lutheran church with my at the time my fiancé and my brother who were living with me.
Ticket to go to Lutheran church?
They give you ticket before you go. For some reason, the entire family decided not to go there. So we decided with me, Harvard in the home of my brother in the byway on the Oro. And then we just fought our way and then way until we got to ELW, where we were lying down when the government forces and the PFL were fighting over that facility. And later on, we were told not to go beyond, and how we survived. So we could have been part of those that they are memorializing today. So if you look at these glaring impact of the war, of the breakdown of law and order, and then people are playing hypocrisy with this, it bothers me. If the CDC government had not been a campaigner, it's like me, God forbid, mistakenly made me president or vice president.
No, are you forbidding that?
Well, I'm not aspiring for that. But if something should happen where I find myself in succession land and I had the opportunity, then you now, you know that. Even if I see me wake me up and say, why you want the government to do now? I say, well, government must come. Then I sit down there, I start looking for all kinds of fancy excuses. The people were there, why they didn't bring, why they didn't bring, and then the rest of it. So I think playing game with ourselves, and I hope there will come a time that there will be reasoning, even though there's no statute of limitation on crime of that magnitude. But what crime code should come so that it can serve as a deterrence. That's the major reason, not so much because we hate another individual, because some of the people, the reason they gave is the same reason we are giving. You, single person, you stood up and cut a living president throat, kill him because he killed your children, threw your children in the well. And we are saying it's not only that. In America, even if they see you shooting a day, they will rather shoot you in your hip or on your leg to incapacitate you, to hear from you before even you die, Huh? So that you can systematically deal with what led to this guy doing what he did. Not only not to blow somebody's head off,
but
so you kill that man you killed. You got thousands of them around. We need a
advocacy, chief. Your own war crime advocacy is all tied to the slaughtering of Samuel Doe. And but by the time you mention that, everybody knows who you pointing finger at.
Well, I don't know, but the reason why you said record is for people to talk about it.
Is that record?
Yeah. So
yeah, go on.
I'm saying that this government is late now, like I said, it's lame duck. Even if the president wanted to carry war crime code today, the process leading to that will not allow for that. So we have lost an opportunity. We're not saying we squandered, because the default key already been established. We hope the next government will do that just to clear the record. Even if it means committing the people after that, they free them and parole them, that's it. But you can't leave that open. That's why you still see atrocities going around. So I'm not hitting anybody equally, so I'm not afraid to tell anybody you're supposed to go and account for your mistake in the past.
Okay, so we're moving on to politics, but the fact that you just mentioned on the next government, and probably you think who could be that the next government? I know it's an obvious answer.
I'm a senior member of the collaborating political parties headed by Mr. Alexander B. Cummings, and I think he has all it takes to run this country not only effectively but efficiently. No, there's a difference between efficiency and effectiveness. Effectiveness is doing the right thing. Efficiency is doing things right. You want to say? Doing the right thing and doing things right are not the same. So effectiveness, and when like the way I came today, I was only 5 minutes late, right?
Yeah.
I was a little bit effective in terms of keeping time. That's effectiveness. Whether what I'm saying here I'm making sense, but I'm not shouting all around here. When you see let's talk about cassava leaf, I start talking about potato grain, then I'm not efficient. And you expect me to talk for only 1 minute and I'm talking 5 minutes on one topic and bringing a lot of things in. That's efficiency. So I think this gentleman called Alexander Benedict Cummings gave me a track record in corporate America and to have excelled the way it is. So people say, oh, it's a system already established. How did you not make mistakes? In America, when you go there, you still see some people, in jailhouses, some people sleeping under the bridges. There are a lot of people homeless and things. You think you can take that kind of man and put him in the structure to perform the way he did? I said, no. It takes a man with muscle, more brains than muscle to go there. Secondly, I think he still got some age in his favor with the level of exercises he takes. I think when you see the man, you know that you can even run football, basketball for you can play for some time. He has the heft, he has the dexterity, the tenacity, and it looks like a man who is able to look at a friend and say, look, you are my friend, I told you not to do this, but because you did this, you're going to go in jail, and afterwards, you will come back and serve whatever you want to serve.
I think we should do away with the age factor. You want to agree with me? If it is, then let's stick with the comment. Who is physically fit?
Well, that's what you are saying. I'm not sure it's physically fit. I mean, I'm sorry. There's no way I can say. I know about Mountain Man, what he does with his body, the exercises he takes and stuff. So the other he comment, I don't know about the comment. Comment pretty far away. So even if I take exercise, he will be physically fit.
So I prepared is the CPP in NIMBA is up for grabs. NIMBA is going to be like doing the partitioning of Africa. Politicians will go there and split NIMBA into halves, maybe quarters. What is the CPP's strength in NIMBA right now? Because the United Party is fishing deep into NIMBA. If they win, NIMBA possibly could produce vice president of the republic for the first time. Am I correct?
No. We
never had a NIMBA vice president.
Yes, Dogoli was a vice president under elected government on 97.
Yeah.
And then Moses Blas succeeded him. Though he was appointed.
I thought Lufa was alone to always be in.
And Moses Blas went as far as becoming president, albeit for 3 months.
Yeah.
So we had that track record. And so
well, all over all your chances in NIMBA.
Chances
both CPP and Larry Yonkwe hat trick.
Oh yes. Well, for now, like if I just came from the printing press, and from here I'm going there. We are doing our paraphernalia. If it had not been because of the Senate Bureau and the Vice Senate Bureau faces being carried around attached to me, I would have not printed anything. Because I've been with the people for 12 months, 12 years. I mean, if you don't know me on the ballot, then you waste your time. But because there is a new dimension attached where our Senate Bureau and Vice Senate Bureau needed to be known by our people. But they are also attached to our banners and posters. And so we will be immediately after the launch inundating the district with those flyers all over and the banners and the rest of it. The chances are good. Normally as a statesman, I don't like to lie. We still have to work. If you look at the track record, the almighty senator, he has always been having that adhesive gravitational force. He has always drawn the population onto himself. Even though this year he's not on the ticket to hold them before he can release it later on in the runoff, because he's also fighting with his own re-election, fighting to become 27-year lawmaker. So, but because he is wherever he goes, normally the sympathy will be there, and then the young senator too has also been tipped as vice Senate Bureau too. There are every reason for everybody to see whether they can gravitate to that. At least in modern times, to have a vice presidential comfort going to our country. Then you have a sound lawyer, a man who has left his imprint on the scent of leadership, integrity icon, as they call it. Gonglo is a son of this country. NIMBA County has a record of voting for their sons also. except that this year, besides the fact that he is a son, there is another dimension that the chances of having the vice president are closer than having a president. But there are still people who believe that nobody should vote for our son; it should be us. So he too has a lion's share of the votes. So of course, the incumbent too is not going to be lying down. So you see in recent times, buses are being donated to universities and hospitals and even cities to convey students to school. Yellow machines are entering places where hitherto nobody would think it would go under the auspices of the ruling party. There are a lot of things being done just to ensure that they maintain some portion of the votes that they got as a result of the alignment of the senior senator within the past election. Get what I'm saying? Then you have these technical people, these people who believe in coming is bringing real change. Now this one is change for hope, and the past one, they already been there. So do you want to go back, or do you want to remain where you are, or you want a new change that you can trust? And that option can be offered by the CPP.
Recently,
current chairman of the country, the CPP national chairman comes from the country, and he's doing a lot in the central part of the country, and even extending to the Ivorian border in District 4, helping with the road situation. He even did a stretch of road in District 8, and so he had made impact. And I think if we are careful, if we are very magnanimous in marketing his achievement, coupled with the little one, we who are incumbent and have been doing our little corners, I think we can get some votes too from our people. So we don't want to. In fact, it would be easy for even the senator to just write off him, considering the way he has been, disseminated into those categories that you talk about that are just carefully outlined. It would be easy. There's no need for us to go to it, especially when the people are no stick. We don't have vast in the bureau. We don't have anything. Even we don't have senatorial candidate. So we're going to be talking to our people based on the issue of competency. The ability of this tenor bearer to be not only effective but efficient, and it's a goal achiever and the rest of it. I think we're making our noise. I think it's resonating.
Okay.
So we get some.
Okay, so your neighbor on District 7, Musa Biditi, wants to take charge of it legislatively through the elections, and like you mentioned, some road connectivity.
Very.
When you saw him gonna take this massive bridge project over the Yah River, what came to your mind? Some people say it is presidential. This should not be reduced to.
No, seriously, I don't know what to say, because earlier, prior to his coming on the show, the bridge he is constructing is between District 8 and District 9. And District 8 borders Bon County, and District 9, District 7 extends deep into the mainland country itself. And so the two lawmakers and the citizens around there, we launched what we call the Yah River Bridge Project. There was every month we would go for a rally and raise funds. I think we did about 16 rounds of rally, and we raised over $3 million Liberian dollars and at least 1,000 or so US dollars, with the hope of building this bridge that was to cost $1.2 million. We were not thinking about building a bridge and the rest of it. And so the packages were prepared. We sent some. I gave some to President Weah in Saklepe when he came there. We gave some to Honorable Cummings when he went there to Saklepe. And one was given to Billy, who is also a son of the place. And so as we continue raising our funds along with the incumbent of District 7 and myself, because the people are our people. There are 4 of the towns from District 7 who's got majority in District 7 who are Iman District. And you cross that bridge to go to my place. So what I'm saying here is that for Mr. Billy to say, look, whatever you are collecting, you will use it for other reason. But my foundation will build this. So up to this time, I'll still looking at it like a dream. And what he's doing, if it's a presidential, in fact, presidential candidates don't do those kind of things. Besides, not only that bridge, if you look at the bridge in Saklepe City, when you are going to tap it at the one that right after the city, he has built another one below there, coming from his mother's home in the old time, connecting with the new one. I'm not public relation officer of Mr. Ability. As a matter of fact, he did a lot I don't call it trucking, but you were able to attract a lot of people from our district, like Kuba.
Wow.
You know, a traditional area. It was a place where he did a lot of fishing. Me, but so I'm not saying that, but technically and seriously speaking, District number 7 is the most developed district in Nima County.
Right now.
You look at Sekepie, it's a checker city. You look at Bound, it's a checker city. He's trying to electrify the entire town. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not a public relations officer. So whether that will be translated into votes, I'm leaving it with all the propaganda people for him and the campaign managers then to help our people to accept it. But whatever the case, the incumbent to is my colleague, and it's not only my colleague, he is also grounded in my district in terms of biological attachment. So we have every reason to be sympathetic to them.
What's about your own headache in District 8? Just you got a man who is widely known in the media, both Liberia and with the BBC. Jonathan Pele say enough is enough for you. You have to leave, and this is the time that he serves his people.
Well, he is welcome on board, and I'm not perturbed. Actually, Jonathan hadn't thought I wouldn't run. Yeah, because he doesn't say anything negative about me. He said the old man knows the job. The representation he makes our people to feel that they are in somebody's hand nationally. So we were surprised that I yielded to the request of my people to still go for hat trick. And so, but he has registered, and it's also good to always come in so that your name, because you don't become household name by sitting on the fence. And the role he was playing,
he has the role right now. He could put a surprise.
In politics, it's almost like football, where even the least teams sometimes they can beat the biggest team where we were margin. So I'm not forgetting about myself, but they are all welcome on board.
Okay, so it's 20 minutes up to. We take calls now. We take at least 5-6 minutes of call, and then we give 5 minutes to respond to them.
Paper.
She needs sheets.
Oh, okay, I'm coming. Yeah.
Okay, so Magdalene will manage your call just by the time she returns from the other studio.
Yeah.
But
so
it started coming already?
Yeah, let me take okay. Chief Jack, move out, please move away from your monitor. Okay. Okay, so you are live now.
So good afternoon, to our young poet, and of course to you, Christopher, and allow me to participate. My name is Adama K. Dempster.
Yeah, Adama, a household name in the advocacy of this war crime code. One of the topics that we line up this afternoon. Got any concern?
Yeah, so to work with the Lutheran Church and the Survivors Association, for the 23 years of aggregate pain and in the absence of justice and reparation for the Regional Lutheran Church survivors and victims yesterday. It's an emotional moment yesterday, and I think for the first time I've seen more than 80 survivors from that identical massacre with coaches in wheelchairs. So actually one part of the program yesterday was emotional. So we from the Morris Community Justice Campaigners stand with them. We work with the U.S. group to see that the case that before ECOWAS, that the government like Liberia will be able to address and find and remedy to deal with the crimes that were committed, the massacre that took place at the Lutheran Church, and all crimes that were committed during the back-to-back civil war in Liberia, so that perpetrators can be punished, there can be reparation for victims and survivors, so that the country will move forward.
Okay, that's good. Complimentary call to Honorable Yankwef is role. Next caller, Magdalene will now take over the call, man.
Okay.
Don't call on the number that you always call is troubled. The number is troubled. Yes.
Hello.
Hello, Adame?
Yeah, Chief. How you doing?
Yeah, this is Ron Catholic and Chris also. And so Homeboy Yakwe, listen to him, and I think he laid a lot of care analysis on both the war crime and the political front. So for any reason that you are sad, and you take action right there, and the person has to go, and after a few minutes you have to react, you will also be held accountable. So if you go to the people and go on post that day, maybe to Congress, and then he screwed Licky, and then he did what they did. Of course, they should be also questioned. But let me go to the political issue. And the political issue I'm going to is there's analysis on the political issue. They are so fair that in fact he's in the race, and he's making local analysis, even including his kind of in the race. So when people make such analysis, especially for Lima, because he comes from Lima and he knows the demographic, he knows the all kind of thing. And so then, of course, I have no doubt that I think he will run a fair campaign in the district again, General Peter and other people. Thank you so much.
Okay, sir. Thanks for placing your call as well. Hello.
Hello, Magdalene. This is Sam for Big Care.
Yes, Chief.
So I want to ask the guest in studio about a rumor concerning Mr. Alexander Cummins concerning the gay attitude. Does it believe?
Sir, I beg you. We did not touch that, and
this is a candidate now, so we want to know what does it believe that?
Just put out. Maybe you can answer that question.
And secondly, why does it make of the original speech concerning the independent that has to be that talks about the press is Chichipole rewriting the Congo and all of that stuff? Can he give his clear opinion concerning the independent speech by the orator? Thank you.
Okay. All right. Okay. Let me take another call. I don't know how many times you want to ask they one question, and I don't want to be sitting at controls and be. Yeah. Hello. Yes, sir. Hello.
Let me say a pleasant good afternoon to your guest.
Yes, sir.
Discussion from District 4, Montreal County. And this is the voice of Akwe Ebo. Well, I listened to your guest, and like he rightly said, he has been one lawmaker who has seriously agitated against this census. But Honorable, I care to ask you this question is now that you have said to the Liberian people that the census was not properly conducted, is there any legitimate way that you could fight the census result since in fact it has been pronounced? And my next question, just before I drop the line, what is the negative side effect of this whole census, according to you, that was conducted? What negative effect does it have on the election process? Thank you for having me.
Okay, thanks for placing your call. Hello.
Hello, madam. How are you?
Yes, sir. Just step away from the baby, yeah?
I want to ask you.
Chief, can you step away from the baby? The baby is crying. Just walk away. You holding the baby?
Yeah, I holding the baby.
Oh, okay. Just be fast.
Yeah, you won narrowly 2017, and you promised the people of this district that you are not going to go back. Why can't you give chance to the younger one so that you are trying to come again? And the question is, they walk back, people talk about walk back. Why did I do that to fight in the war when they join your party? You can't fix for yourself from them. You're always allowed them. I see that on the reason to walk back.
Okay. All right. Thanks for placing your call. Hello. Yes, sir.
This is Sanshi rolling through the call from Monrovia. Let me go to my point.
It's now a determinant of this conversation. Pronunciation varies. Chief, let's stick to the issue.
Thanks so much. You are originally people's back there were once a
progressive. Everyone will make that people will put themselves in a frame of mind. They'll go about in the way they should be. But in a few years ago, just to see the situation, that's how I see it in my country. One thing, the way you think, I think we are good for society. So much for the job. Hope you win.
Okay. Okay. Okay, Chief. Thanks for placing your call. Okay. Hello. Okay. I'm sorry. Yeah. Hello. Yes, sir. It's good to have you on.
Good afternoon to Honorable Yankwe in studio. This is DJ Lumebaji for GMB administration. Let me say this. Mr. Yankwe, don't be here about the walk uncle. Only I got another side about it. Because people are in the hospital today because of lack of drugs. People are dying. People are turning away with money that go for the hospital for them to see the patient. If there's a war economic crime code is not also important to the fight along with the war crime code. Because I know because of this, many people are going to the hospital to see what they are dying. They call it annual child mentality or what kind of rate is on. They'll take people in the morning that people go to the health ministry, even the American ambassador talking about it. That's in a hospital, they go to that government feeding, you don't find no drugs.
So what you want us to do now to forget about it? To forget the advocacy?
Because if it was reported that the drugs were given from like blood to go to kidneys when the rest of the kidney put in Lima County, and then the ambassador say if all the investigation not go on, the health hero will not get drugs from them. Because of that, many people will die. Not only and the people that show war, but those are even taking our. So when they came to power, they never had anything that they said no.
That's why they say war and economic crimes court. Okay, so let me add it. It's war and economic crimes court.
All right, thank you.
Position you worry over that you try it. You also be pioneer will be sure. Okay, hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for taking my call, Magdalene. The senator in the studio there, I appreciate
Representative.
Well, I'm sorry, Representative.
Yeah.
From Inga.
Yeah.
I appreciate you very much for the War Crimes Court. I think I partially listened to some lady, I think it was you, Magdalene, that reported that. That lady was crying.
Yeah.
She couldn't explain. And you see, people don't seem to understand the deep wounds that remained since the war. You know, I just want to know from the gentleman when he thinks, what kind of forecast he has that this thing will actually pick up in Liberia so people can start recovering. Because these people talking about peace, it's the people that are keeping the peace, not the government.
Mm-hmm.
If these people wanted to go after things like that, in a violent fashion, trust me, it would have been pretty tough in Liberia, most especially now that we're having elections. But the people don't want that stuff anymore. What they want is justice. I just want to know what he sees anything in the forecast. Thank you for taking my call.
Okay, sir. Thanks for. Yeah. So let's take this before we can go back to. Chief.
Okay. So, Honorable is all yours. I saw you taking notes.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes The moments are emotional.
Thank you.
But we have to be strong to discuss the issue. Yeah, so let's hear you.
Thank you very much. I didn't get the last person's name, but
He's Melvin Lake.
oh, Melvin Lake.
Yeah.
Well, let me start in a descending order because of freshness. When do I think the World Crime Code issue can be taken off so that people can have justice? I believe that when good people win, when the war had just ended and we're having election, we came from the bush and got here. The slogan we hear on the air is that there are many good people in Liberia and bad people. It's time for the good people to win. Good in the sense is that people who will not run away from their saying. Right now, people are putting their platforms out. Even my own party is saying that they will ensure that there is investigation for war crime, war and economic crime. And so I hope when they win, again, they won't run away from it as CDC did. CDC did a lot of demonstration here, they won, and then they are running away from it. So we are hoping that good government will come into being, that we look at justice, rule of law to be the sine qua non to accelerate the development. Lomer is saying that money that's supposed to be used for War Crime Code should go to the procurement of drugs at the federal hospital. And is to say that there are all indications that Liberia just do what it should do. There will be money available to do the War Crime Code without touching our resources. So they are giving us all the time. We only need to make sure we pass the law for that, and then there will be no need for that. There will be money used, will be maybe to make your space available for code and other things. So I think that's a simplistic way of putting a hugely sophisticated issue. Jesus himself said, "Let it wipe the feet of Jesus and put a very good perfume on it." They say, why you did that? You could have saw the perfume and give it to the poor. He said, the poor will always be here with you. So let the woman do what she knows best. So not because drugs are not in hospital, then people who kill people, who stole people money cannot be accountable. There will always be drug issues at hospitals. Even in the great United States, people go there without drugs at times. So the issue of Mr. Trubert, thank you for being so forceful in admiring what we said about these issues that were raised. And then we got to the gentleman who talked about why do we always accept people who took part in the war and don't reject them? I don't know whether any warmonger or active participant in the war is associated with the political party I'm affiliating with currently, or inductee, so to speak. But we, the same gentleman talk about why I can't give chance to young people. Government not for young people. I don't age business. It's about deliverability capability. And if I'm there performing and I'm getting high, I'm having high approval rating, it would be disappointing to leave that gap and just step aside. If anybody wants to let it come, you beat me, I'll clap my hand. But I've not decided to leave politics now, so you can just rest assured. Then I had a gentleman, BK, have a peer talk about. Okay, the first question I'm not going to talk about it. The Independent Day oration. Well, what have I accepted from Chief Zazakawa? But again, I thought we have said because of his limitations. But just yesterday, when one of the political leaders was launching a $5 million capacity building loan in Bassa, interest rate, did you listen to it? Yes. And the president mentioned about where the Congo people were living this way, the Congo people were living this way. So you cannot hold the chief responsible for what he did. Who was saying he's limited in some of the issues, but now highly qualified people are making these statements. But the issue is that let us not look at these issues as touchy. These are our past. Congo, which should be showing. It should not be. We shouldn't be putting people inside the category because it's part of our past. So because purely traditional person mention it, then a highly educated person mention it, and then it means that like we just gotta live with it, and so that it can be the basis of seeing whether we are trying to fight to be together or we are dividing ourselves. What Tati Branta was complimentary, said my analysis were fair, and Adam and Dansha, yeah, we work together for long, he and ability and other guys, they help us in drafting and bringing even international guests from London, the Nottingham University, to help us to ensure that these laws are refined. And today we have the law. I can remember Councillor Tiawan Gonglo as president of the Liquor Bar, when the bar at our convention in Kakata said that they will help to draft the law. Took 103 copies at the Capitol, presented 30 to the Senate and 73 to the House. That this is the draft law that was produced for war and economic crime of Liberia. And the only error was that we were channel it through some of us who were spearheading this thing, because normally outsiders don't bring law on. You took it to the speaker of it, and it remained there today collecting dust. So these are issues. So having exhausted points that were raised, I just wanted to tell the district, to the Liberian people that Montesquieu is bereaved. The former representative, the gentleman whom I took over from Honorable Chassis S. Finder, member of the 52nd legislature, who was the vice chair of the legislative caucus.
So the man you defeated.
I said the man I took over from. Yes. We are in a solemn note. When we're talking politics, he actually registered to make a comeback. So he's
sorry about that.
A lawmaker that is on the ballot, or that was supposed to be on the ballot, but died after he had been accepted.
Wow.
But so he died on the 25th, the very day my junior brother, and this is 61 born, passed away at Ganda Hospital. So I have double juries. We'll be burying my brother this Saturday, and then the Honorable Finder. We are making every arrangement at the Capitol. I met with the family, and we brought communications to the caucus and the speaker. Hopefully, the letter will be ready on the floor tomorrow. The family has requested that he lie and sit, which is part of his respect, at the rotunda of the Capitol for a few hours prior to having one we're keeping here at this Swopening residence before we go to Nimba. He will be buried on the 19th and guest. So sorry if you charge me for announcement, but this is it. It's Mooney, the death of former Representative Findo. So I just thought to mention it, but albeit I'm happy about the manner in which you gave me the opportunity to talk today. Normally you're gonna do your advertisement, do all kinds of things, take my time, but I think you give me enough time to do it.
And it's the advertisement are keeping the wheels turning.
To talk the way they could. We are still here. I understand we should have closed, and I'm hearing that we are deciding to call ourselves back for 1 week or something like that because the president wants us to do certain things. So we will be at the Capitol tomorrow. I'm very happy that it's part of the tight schedule, the funerals, and the rest of it. We can stay front time to make our contribution on the national scene. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honorable Larry Yanko. We'd like to also remember George Sylvester Marba, former representative.
He lost his son.
County. Yes, current chairman of the NPP lost his son. Burial has taken place already. As a matter of fact, State of the Nation takes off to his home to sympathize with him right after here. Thank you so much. That's how we go home on this edition of State of the Nation on Truth FM 96.1. Tomorrow is Tuesday. We'd love to play this one, and this is it.